Hello everybody, I'm doing your Aquarian 2020 preview, okay? Announcements quickly. Please subscribe, like, or comment if the video resonates for you. Number 2, if you need a personal reading, look in the description box. And number 3, if you need some type of deliverance ministry from witchcraft, spells, curses, that type of thing, they're like prayers that you can read out, or you can listen to a deliverance ministry and it may impact your life in a good way. Okay, so I'm going to get started with your reading, Aquariuses. And so I start your reading with the career first, and then I get into personal matters. So your first card is spiritual teacher. Okay, so you heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. Okay, the next card is body work. Your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Sorry. Okay, the next card is energy healing in the reverse. Okay, so I'm going to read it and then I'm going to flip the meaning. Okay, your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Okay, so saying that your natural energy healing abilities are not an important part of your life purpose. Okay, I don't know why. Let me think about it. You're an Aquarius. You can be a spiritual teacher. That might be what classes. That's like mental knowledge about spiritual issues. But when it comes to energy healing, maybe perhaps you're not an empath, and that's why this card is in the reverse. Okay, so the next card is crystals. Crystals means that your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Okay, so for some reason you guys are not doing the healing energy aspects of the spiritual world, if that makes sense. Like you're wise, and that's why you can speak from knowledge through life experiences or just in general your intuition. But when it comes to like healing, that's something that you guys may go to other people to get energy healing work done on yourself. Okay, all right, the next card is books in the reverse. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Okay, so it's quite interesting. Aquariuses, you have very intellectual minds. You're an air sign. So for some reason in the year 2020, you are not spending time reading books to get your knowledge. Maybe you're getting your knowledge through the internet, through your mobile device, through life experience. Okay, so when it says, let me check this really quickly. Okay, you connect to your life purpose. Okay, so maybe perhaps you guys are not like going to do studying like in a higher education program or in a higher education program or something like that. Okay, I don't know why when I put down the card I thought about novels. I have no idea. Maybe perhaps you guys enjoy reading novels, and for 2020 maybe you may not have time to read novels, or it may not be attracting your attention. But this is in regard to your life purpose. So one more thing, maybe perhaps you're an author or something to that effect, but for 2020 that may not be your main focus, and maybe that's why this is showing up for your reading in the reverse. Okay, so the next card is practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. So maybe whatever it is that you're doing for your life purpose is something that's coming naturally. So I'm just picking up intuitive spiritual wisdom, since you may be teaching classes. Body work, it depends on what it is. Let me see, practice. It may be something that you're really able to do well, so you don't have to practice. And that's the only two cards that you have upright. So it's almost like Aquariuses are doing things that come natural to them for 2020, at least so far. That's what is coming up. The next card is options. It says consider the career possibilities that are open to you. Okay, so the career possibilities that are open to you are ones that are probably not in the reverse in this reading. Okay, and it could just be in general because this reading is not the be all to end all. Okay, you know within your intuition what you desire to do versus what you don't desire to do. You also know like some things you desire to do, but the door may not be open. So, okay, you guys understand what I'm saying. The next card is justice, okay? Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Okay, so it's quite interesting. The books card in the reverse, if you're a lawyer, you probably do need to maybe use books to research or do something like that. So for some reason, the books in the reverse may have to do with an author, like if you are an author. Because I'm almost sure if you're in the legal field, like say for instance, if you were a lawyer, you may have to have to use books to some degree to keep up with your job, okay? Light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world. Okay, then we have nutrition, okay? You conduct healing work with your culinary skills, okay? So for some reason, we've already gathered that as an intellectual sign, you guys are able to spit out the knowledge with your mind. But when it comes to healing work, you guys aren't quite there yet. So if you needed healing work through food, you would go to a professional who knows how to do that. It's not something you may be doing for the year 2020. And you have a couple of reverse cards in your career reading. The next one is protected. It says you are safe and supported while you change your career, okay? So you may be going through some type of career change in 2020, but for some reason you're not going to feel safe and protected as you go through this change. So it may be something that comes upon you in a swift manner and takes you off guard. And so you will maybe feel the energies of being thrown off guard and not knowing what to do about it. So that doesn't mean that if you won't succeed and pull through it, it just means that you're not going to feel like you have a plan in place as you're going through that process, okay? Healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others, okay? But because this card is in the reverse, it means, and this is something that we just keep going over and over and over. You guys, when it comes to spiritual healing, you're going to professionals. It's not something you're going to do on your own, okay? Or to teach others to do, okay? So the next card, and one more thing, I'm not sure why that keeps continuing to be reiterated here. It's like it keeps. I'm not sure. It's almost like you guys need some type of personal healing, and it keeps saying do not do it yourself because it keeps saying you're not the person for this job. You're not the person. I don't know why that's coming up. So I'm not sure if some of you guys are like fighting your way to do some healing work and you're being told over and over and over, don't do the healing work on your own. You need to get a professional to do it. So I don't know what that is about, okay? You remember at the beginning of the reading when I mentioned if you have been aware of some type of curse, hex, witchcraft, that type of thing over your life, there's some ministers in my description box at the bottom that you may be inspired by or be able to look toward in regard to that. I don't know if that is going to resonate with you because for some reason there's some spiritual healing that Aquarians are not equipped to do on their own, okay? So Maybe that might be helpful knowledge for you. Okay? So anyway, travel in the reverse. Your life purpose involves traveling. But because it's in the reverse, you're not really going to be traveling in your your life purpose can be something within your family. Your life purpose can be something within your community, or it can be in your career, okay? So technically, while you're in your career, you could actually be traveling because your life purpose is something that goes really, really deep, okay? So your life purpose and your career are not the same, okay? So I don't know how that might be relevant to you. So we're getting into a different type of card, okay? The Honorable Warrior, okay? I take a stand for positive change, okay? And so I haven't pulled this card. I don't use this deck of cards that often, but I never pulled this card with any other group of people, I don't think. So it's the Honorable Warrior. It's a really good title, you know? So when I hear about this, I hear, okay, because you have the Justice card here, and because you have the Spiritual Teacher, okay? This Honorable Warrior card is either something like a prayer warrior, but like when it comes to deliverance of like demonic entities and that type of stuff, remember you guys aren't doing healing, but when it comes to Spiritual Teacher, you may be a prayer warrior, okay? The Honorable Warrior. And then when it comes to Justice, okay, you guys may be trying to defend the people who are honorable, who are doing the right thing but are wrongly accused, okay? All right, so the next card is the Magician. Again, this is not a card that I pull that often, so this is interesting. It's interesting because when it comes to healing, spiritual healing, it keeps telling you guys that you're not the person to do the job. And maybe the real reason behind that is because, are you guys doing dark things like dark magic or something? Because it's like when it comes to like spiritual healing, your health and all of that other stuff, it's like, no, Aquarius, that's not your job. No, you don't have to cook for people to heal their health. Nope. But you're supposed to be doing magic. So I'm not sure why. Are you guys being called? Okay, another card I'm going to pull out. This is interesting. You have the Light and Love card. That card, I don't see that often either. Okay? Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So the only time you got a healing card with spiritual things was with this light and love. So if you are a magician, I'm kind of hoping at least this with light energy. You know, magic is interesting. I don't know that much about it, but I do know like even when you're using herbs to heal yourself, some people may consider that magic in old times. So I know that there are good things you can do with magic. I hope you guys are focusing on good things and not dark things. Okay? I'm just hoping that. Because I tend to try to help, I guess, help you guys to make good decisions, to be good people. Okay? Anyway, let me see. I am a master manifester. Okay, I read it. It makes me feel a little bit better. Okay? So the Magician. So this is like being an alchemist. You are seeing things for what they are and trying to manifest solutions to problems. Okay, so I do understand that a little bit better. Okay? So hopefully you guys understand that too. Let's go to the next card. We have the Messenger. And so it says, I bring the light of awareness. The Messenger in regard to the Spiritual Teacher. So you're using your mind and your oral vocal cords to bring healing of some sort. And right, with your vocal cords, you may be praying or in the legal field, using your voice to speak up for people who need justice, okay? So the next card is the Artist. And it says, I create my vision. The next card is the leader. Okay. I lead from the heart. And because you guys had justice in your cards, that's good. I hope that you're a just leader, an honorable warrior. Okay. Leading with love and light. Okay. And the next card is the merchant. It says opportunities to prosper are everywhere. All right. The next card is the connector in the reverse. Okay. You are the messenger, but you're not the connector. The messenger, you're explaining things that you've heard other people say. The connector could be something like a human resource. I'm not sure if I'm saying this correctly. The connector, well, it is reversed. So you may not be working for like dating websites. You may not be working for job search companies like hiring departments in HR or something. Okay, those may not be errors. This says we are all one. So, and when it comes to the connector amongst your friends and family, these are wealth oracle cards, by the way. So when it comes to the connector in the reverse, say for instance, if you're interested in the stock market or something, you may not be able to match people with the correct stocks or something. And I'm not just throwing this out there, I'm just using this as an example of ways where maybe perhaps this might not be your focus for the year 2020, okay? Where the connector means like you're able to match people to the appropriate areas and share, and well, the messenger is kind of sharing information. So anyway, I hope I explained this enough for you. Okay. Okay, so that may have something to do with social media, the connector in the reverse. So if you're on social media, maybe you might be a little bit more quiet. Okay, so anyway, we have the great nurturer in the reverse. It says, I give and receive nourishment. And so this is in the reverse. And we also have something about nutrition in the reverse. So when it comes to your culinary skills in regard to healing, or maybe just in general, like if you own a business, because you did have the merchant card, if you own a business that may not be in the restaurant industry and hospitality and food services, unless you're like a server, it wouldn't be like as the cook or something. Okay, so the next card is the mystic in the reverse, okay? I am spiritually wealthy. So you guys are teaching spiritual classes possibly. When it comes to being spiritually wealthy, I don't know what that encompasses. This is not the card of your strength for 2020. I could read to you the qualities if it were. I'm not sure if it'll help. Let me glance it really quickly, or I'll let you glance. Okay, spiritual, sensitive, unconventional, transcendent, intuitive, introverted, illuminating, artistic, ingenious, intense, imaginative, innovative, revolutionary, rebellious, and mysterious. So these may not be your strong points for 2020, okay? You guys are deep, but you may not be that deep spiritually, okay? At least for 2020. Maybe perhaps you're taking a more observant approach to spirituality and just learning from others. Okay? Okay. So we're at a different set of cards now. Okay. And you guys had an interesting career reading because I think Sagittarius had a lot of reversed cards, but you guys had a lot also. I don't know the reason why. But okay, let me give you the next set of cards, okay? You have the dagger in the reverse. This card actually fell horizontally. And when I felt the energy from the card, I turned it in the reverse, okay? It says conflict and danger lie in wait, okay? You may or may not have conflict. I'm sorry, I said danger. Let me see. Does it say danger? Yeah, it does. Okay, conflict and danger lie in wait. So because it was horizontal like this, it could be possible that there is conflict and danger lying in wait for you. But because I felt the energy of the card and it kind of made me want to turn it upside down. The previous card before this was the Mystic. And there are different types of cards, so it may not matter. So this is the first card kind of in the transitionary personal part of your reading, okay? Let me see what is the next card and see what could that be talking about. So we have the Raven, darkness looms on the horizon. Okay, so let me hold the cards together and see if I can get better meaning from it. So conflict and danger may not lie in wait, but there still may be darkness looming on your horizon, okay? We just came out of the career reading, so this could be in relation to your career, or it could be in relation to your personal life. And because you did have a career change card and you are not protected as you change careers, it could be related to your career, okay? Okay, and if I were you, I'd probably take this card as horizontal, okay? Conflict and danger may lie in wait and may not, okay? Just in case if there's trouble, at least you were at least halfway prepared for it, okay? Because the darkness looms in the horizon. Let me make sure that that was missing. Yeah, this card actually came out like this, okay? So because there is darkness looming on the horizon, you may want to be prepared just in case there's conflict and danger. Okay, so the next card is the Minstrel. Let your intentions be known. So if you go through some type of conflict in your career, I guess you're supposed to state your desired outcome, or correct, your desired outcome. Just let it be known. I'm not sure to whom. Okay, maybe when you get to that place, you might not know. I feel like I'm kind of stumbling. When you get to that place, if there's something in your career or personal life where you're feeling the darkness, maybe if you let your intentions be known, you may find some type of help or assistance coming toward you. Okay, so the next card is the Mystic Circle. It says your abilities will be enhanced. And here, I'm not sure what that's talking about, because we could be talking about your career still. So I'm not sure if you're shifting from one aspect of your job or your career to a higher level, and that's the change that you're going to see. I'm not sure. Let's check the next card and see. Okay. Fire. It says reckless actions lead to conflict. Okay. I'm going to wonder if we're still in career. Okay, this can be career or personal. But let me check the previous card. Your abilities will be enhanced. Yeah, I'm just thinking that the reckless actions is in regard to your career. Try not to make reckless movements in your career, and that way it may not cause conflict. As you are growing in your field of expertise. Okay. The next card is the Maiden reversed. A new relationship blossoms. So this can still be in your career. So it's almost like you're growing in your career abilities, and you're trying not to, I guess, make the people around you who you work with jealous, but you may be forming better relationships with people higher up, and maybe that might help you to move up. I'm not certain, but you have to kind of be careful to not draw attention from jealous people around you, because that may cause a conflict. Okay, and by the way, the fire signs here that this may be relevant to are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, and it could just be It could just be that those signs may be exhibiting, reckless actions from time to time. But in this case, you guys are Aquarius, you guys are air energy. Just be careful. And like I said, I do think this is your career. Be careful as you grow in your career. You're not rubbing it in people's faces or being boastful with it, because it may cause conflict with the people you work with. The next card is the stars in the reverse. A long journey brings rewards. So as you're growing in your career, a new relationship blossoms is in the reverse. That means, okay, now hold on. See, I'm sorry, I missed something. So your abilities will be enhanced. Be careful of reckless actions, and then a relationship that you have is going to start dwindling instead of blossoming, okay? I'm glad I kind of noticed that. So, the next card is the stars reversed. A long journey brings rewards. So a long journey is actually either being cut short or just not bringing rewards, okay? So we already had a heads up warning that something in your career could be changing. This card does not want to move. All right. Okay. So now we have the Knight. And I'm going to check something. This Knight card was horizontal. Triumph over adversity. Okay. For some reason, I felt that it should be facing up. Let me check the previous card first. It said a long journey brings rewards, but it's in the reverse. So a long journey does not bring rewards. But do you triumph over the adversity? That's up for grabs. We don't know. Okay, we don't know. Let me see what the next card is going to say. Okay, the Shield. And this card was also horizontal. So you had like 4 cards come out horizontally, and they were all adjacent cards. So I can read it just from the side. The Shield, it says you are safe from harm, okay? This is up for grabs too. So your long journey may, hold on one second. The Knight was horizontal too, okay? So all we know is that your abilities are being enhanced. It's causing a conflict. One of your relationships are being shaken up by it in a negative way. And then we have this possibility that you're not going to be rewarded for your hard work and your efforts, that you may not triumph over adversity, that you may not be safe from harm. And I'm gonna leave this on the side for a minute. Hold on. And I'm gonna give you the next card, which is the Moon card. You will be guided through darkness. Okay, that one was horizontal too. So, okay. So in going through a career change, I don't know if I should just leave these sideways just for you to. When you're going through a career change and you're not protected, that can definitely mess with your self-esteem and cause drama in your life. So those 4 cards, let me see if it was actually 5. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me give you one more card. Okay, this Love card was horizontal. True love and fidelity, okay? And I think we are definitely talking about work, okay, here. So it's like work, this area of work this field of work that you were in, it may not be something you're still in love with. It may be something that you're deciding that you would like to change, okay? So when it comes to your work, just because we know a career change was probable, I'm going to leave those cards horizontal, okay? So I'm not trying to be negative in that area, but it seems like your career is being shaken up at some point in 2020. And so let me continue this reading more. The cards that I'm going to give to you next or show you next, they're going to be probably more personal, but I think we're still starting with our career, okay? Okay, so we have unexpected income, okay? So maybe you feel that something is going on in your career and you manage to find a solution that might kind of help you during this change over to help give you a little bit of money, like supplemental income as you're switching your career. Okay. Sudden wealth. So sudden wealth is something that you maybe didn't work for. It could be like a lotto win. It could be, yeah, like gambling, that type of thing. Okay, let's see. Sudden wealth could be like an inheritance also. Okay, so we have an official person. And this official person is the one who gained sudden wealth. Official person could be a celebrity. It could be just the Aquarius. Okay, let's see. All right. The next card that we have is toil and labor in the reverse. So this sudden wealth came maybe perhaps without hard work. That's why it possibly is an inheritance, a lotto win, or something to that effect. Okay. And unexpected income was horizontal. But because sudden wealth was next to it, I'm just going to assume that there was obviously some unexpected income. Okay. So the next card that we have is poverty. Okay. And because it says no toil and labor, I guess someone's not working. It's next to the official person here, which could be an Aquarius. It could be a celebrity or it could be an Aquarius. Celebrity in the sense of an official celebrity, a famous person. Celebrity could be like a CEO, a supervisor, a boss, someone in a higher rank. Okay. All right. So we have no toil and labor and then poverty. So this could be, remember that we had a change of career, and then we had a shakeup because enhanced abilities caused discord in amongst coworkers, or with your work associates. And so this lack of toil and labor here could be a loss of income. Could be like someone was fired from their job or something. Okay. Which led to poverty. All right. And then we have main female. And then, okay, so this this card, privileged lady, is horizontal. So the main female could be going through a transitionary phase from a lack of work into the possibility of becoming privileged. So for some reason, there are gains in her wealth. Okay. Okay, we have the concern card. Let me see if it was trying to see, was this card horizontal? I didn't make a note of it, so it wasn't. So the main female could be transitioning her energy into a privileged lady. There's some type of concern about a great fortune. I think this card was horizontal. Let me see. I'm not sure if it was in the reverse or not. I think it was in the reverse, okay? So there's concern about a loss of fortune. So let's see. Okay, because someone lost their job because they were doing well. And that's really kind of ironic. They were doing well, it made people jealous, and then they lost their job. So I see that as injustice. And so Aquarians were working on, or maybe working in the field of gaining justice. Sometimes when we see injustice, it makes us actually want to fight for justice. So maybe perhaps that's why some Aquariuses could be trying to lean toward the field of justice, because they don't want to see people hurting. unjustly. So anyway, we did see a career change. A career change may lead to lack of funds. Let me go to the next card. We have a marriage. When I took notes, I didn't write. Sometimes I write the notes like just something simple, like the car was horizontal or something. I wrote out like a storyline. So if I'm gonna look to see whether this was horizontal or not, I don't know. Okay. So let me glance really quickly. I'm trying to find marriage, but yeah. Okay, marriage was horizontal. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I think concern was also horizontal. So there could be concern over a loss of fortune. There could possibly be a marriage. Okay. Okay. Pathway. So there could possibly be a marriage, but the marriage could lead you on a pathway. To a lover. That's actually interesting. Okay. Occupation. So I'm glancing to see if this was horizontal or not. Okay. An occupational change. I do believe that this was horizontal. An occupational change may, because we did have a shift of employment. So occupational change may, because here's change. Change. I don't know. I had it like this. You guys, these cards are interesting. We're going through a shift of energy, so they're like a lot of horizontal cards, okay? That means something may or may not happen. The energy is shifting. So that's what I'm saying, may or may not. So there could be an occupational change with one of the lovers to create a wealthy man. So the feminine energy in this relationship, there's a relationship dynamic. We went from business into personal. So that started happening when we got the official person, although this could still be like a CEO or a boss or something like that. But okay, this could just be the Aquarius, like I stated earlier. The Aquarius possibly gained sudden wealth. The Aquarius or their person gained sudden wealth, right? And then the partner was in poverty for lack of work. The partner got an opportunity to become a privileged lady, okay? It didn't say how, so I don't know if as a couple they gained a sudden wealth together. And so it shifted the energies because the first card was near to, yeah, I just think both it almost seems like for Aquarius and their partner could have been like lacking work. Like maybe one person got fired and one person wasn't working. And then it's like a shift in energies, occupational change, possibly a marriage that's shifting them out of the lack, not really mentality, but out of the poverty situation, impoverished situation. So now we have the privileged lady as a possibility for the main female, and for the masculine energy, an occupational change is probably creating a wealthy man. Let me make sure that's not in horizontal. Okay. Yeah, I think a wealthy man be made. I'm still slightly stumbling over my words. An occupational change may be creating a wealthy man, okay? So regardless, it just seems like for Aquariuses, there is a shift, okay? It's almost like you had a certain sense of stability. Someone got knocked, shaken economically or financially, and then it's like they're coming back even better than they started off, okay? So I guess that's good. And so with that being said, we have the High Honor card. Okay. So sometimes things happen for a reason. The High Honor card is next to the wealthy man. So he did well for himself. And now we have despair in the reverse, okay? So that means this person is no longer feeling a sense of despair or upset, okay? Because the masculine energy could have been the Aquarian that we were initially talking about, possibly, okay? So now we have a different set of cards, and now we have the Fortune card in the reverse, okay? So that's interesting. So, and because it's a different type of card, it could just be repeating the message again, okay? That there was a shift in finances, okay? So now we're starting with lack of funds, and now we have a thought. All right. We have a thought about something being false. The thing that's false could be the lover. Because for some reason, it was interesting. We had a possible marriage opening the path to a lover. That was weird. That was kind of like a hidden message in there. We don't know if a marriage actually happened or not, but it's like a third party situation being possible, okay? But the lover could not be genuine because we have a falseness card in front. And because I'm at 40 minutes, it's very possible I'll have to do a part 2 because I'm going to stop this reading at 1 hour just to be safe that it won't shut off and I have to redo it. So anyway, we had a false lover. Well, we had I don't know if this is something that happened after they became wealthy, this fortune in the reverse. Like, it's almost like some people do have the ability to gain wealth and then lose it, and then gain wealth and then lose it. So this could be another energy, or it could just be a repeat of what we already saw. But anyway, there's a fortune in the reverse, and then somebody's thinking about a false lover. Did a false lover take the money? And that's what happened. The card here is a masculine energy. So when the masculine had an occupational change, did he run off? Well, he was in high honor. He wasn't in despair anymore. Did he run off with the money? Okay. Because we have journey. Huh. It's interesting. Okay. So we're thinking about something. I don't know if this is the feminine thinking about something. A thought about cheerfulness. A thought about happy times. We're sending a message to a knowledgeable person. This person is a consultant. It could be a lawyer. Okay, it could be that the change in career for the masculine was that he was a lawyer. So it could be that we're sending a message to the masculine who maybe took a journey and ran off somewhere with the money. Okay? Okay. So we sent a message to the lawyer about a person who is not blonde. A woman who has darker hair. She is not a sincere friend. Okay, hold on. So we're sending a message to the maybe masculine, or we're sending a message to a lawyer about the masculine. Consultant. Okay. Or the consultant could be a woman who has darker hair, but she's not a sincere friend. Okay. We have contrariety and displeasure in the reverse. So this is about somebody who is happy, or let me turn around so I can think better. About arguments and things. About unhappiness. Okay, so let me look. Okay, so the lover ran off with the money. There was a third party situation. Is this wealthy man the lover? Was the Aquarius the lover the whole time? And the privileged lady and the masculine, they were lovers? Because we had this marriage card sideways. It could or could not be a marriage, but it was an open door to being lovers. It means that they didn't get married, they were just lovers. Okay? So it doesn't have to be a third party situation. The masculine lover ran off, and then the feminine may be thinking about the happy time, sending a message to the intelligent lawyer. So she could have been sending a message to him, either about a dark-haired woman, or she sent a message to a lawyer who's not a sincere friend, who may be an enemy. It's a unhappy message. Okay. It almost sounds like it's to a lawyer, which I did say that for definite. We just don't know if the lawyer is the lover. Okay. And there's a visit that's not being had. Okay. Somebody's angry. They're not visiting. This is the protector. Let me look at this card one more time. This was the visit that didn't come to pass from the protector. The protector could be the lawyer. I don't know. Okay. So something is not delayed. So this visit that didn't happen is something that should have happened quickly. This gets a little bit confusing. It didn't happen quickly. Okay, so somebody is frightened. This protector. This protector could be the lawyer, as I stated earlier. So I don't know. I don't think there's a marriage, so I don't think we're talking about a divorce. Okay, we could be talking about money. Is this lover a business partner? Remember that we have the official person who gained sudden wealth. So was the Aquarian the official person, like the boss, who was dating a feminine? And then, so the Aquarian ran off with the money. And so the feminine is looking for a lawyer to try to fight a case because of unfairness with the money. Okay, that's what it sounds like. The feminine, then in that case, is this the feminine who does not have light hair? She doesn't have blonde hair. And, okay. So the lawyer here may not be the masculine. The lawyer might have been, it could be or could not be. So we have a letter. This came after a fight. Okay. Okay, a letter is sent about unfaithfulness. In regard to a service that was not provided. I don't know if this is like relationship-wise, like intimacy. Okay, about about an older woman. Let's see if this was in the reverse or not. Excuse me. Okay. It'll take me a minute to glance. Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. I'm going to just read you the storyline, okay? This is a young woman in the reverse. I was trying to figure out, was this card horizontal or not, okay? So a letter about unfaithfulness. is not served by this older, humble woman who is not your enemy. Okay, it's better that I read it because if I just go by the cards, I'm like kind of guessing. Okay, and so sometimes I may be missing something. So I'm going to put this card down. So we are talking about an unfaithful partner. This possibly was a business superior who was being unfaithful. He ran off with the money. Okay. The older woman could have been the feminine energy. It was the main female. And let's see. Okay, this haughtiness card was humility. It's because the haughty card is in the reverse. And then the enemy card. So the older woman was the person that he was with. It was not a young woman. Okay. So either the Aquarius male or the business boss, his person, the person he was seeing, it was his lover, not his spouse. They were friends, they weren't enemies. And so she gave him paperwork about his unfaithfulness. The paperwork could have come from a lawyer. I don't really think he's the lawyer, but I'm not quite sure. It's a possibility. So infantilism in the reverse, someone is not being a baby about the situation. Let me see, what is this card? That's the enemy. Okay, the person is a friend, so let's see. Okay, so this card is presence in the reverse. This card was actually horizontal, okay? So the woman he was seeing probably does not have presence, I guess because it's, well, right now it's Christmas time. For this reading, it's 2020's preview. This could be something that's happening pretty soon because it's saying this feminine does not have presence. It could be because of a birthday for Aquarius. Okay. All right. So there's a quarrel because the feminine, I don't know if they're still dating each other, although he ran off with money. She sent a message to him about his unfaithfulness. So it may be that they're kind of, they're lovers. So he might have run off, but they're still seeing each other. So she's not getting him a present and they're in a quarrel. Like, why didn't you get me a present? So it's almost like they're like love-hate or something going on. There's a quarrel about a lot of money. Okay, right? Because he ran off with the money. Okay? If he ran off with the money, even if it was his birthday, she's not going to come with presents. She's going to be like, why did you run off with the money? Okay. Okay, there's a merchant here. Mind you, that merchant was in the earlier part of Aquarian's career reading. So the career change for the Aquarian could be that he's a merchant, could be that he was a lawyer. Okay. So they're arguing about a lot of money. I think this is the purchase. They're arguing about a lot of money, like something big was purchased from a merchant. And they're getting an argument about it. Okay. Soldier. Okay. They're strong. The next card behind the soldier is anger. Okay. So there's strong anger about a major purchase or about the fact that the masculine ran off with the money. He ran off, that's one thing. He ran off with the money, that's something else, okay? So two things that could be an argument about. Okay, so the next card is surprise. All right, and the previous card was a purchase. So there was a large purchase that was a surprise, or there's a lot of anger a strong amount of anger, and that's surprising to the masculine. Like, why are you so mad? Maybe because it was his money. He's like, why are you so mad? So let's see. He's surprised by it because, mind you, we saw that the feminine has darker hair and she is not proud. She's humble and she was a friend. So he's like, why are you so angry? I don't expect that from you. So there's a city house here. Did he run off, go by a city house, and they're getting an argument about it? Okay, so a widow. I don't know why we have a widow here. Did he buy a city house for a widow? Or is the feminine like, I'm not even dealing with you, I don't understand you? Why would you do that? Because I don't know if they were in a relationship together and it was money that they were sharing together and he ran away from her and bought a house in the city. And so she is like, well, you're dead to me. I don't want to deal with you anymore. I don't think they were technically married, but that marriage card was horizontal. So maybe for some Aquariuses, there was a marriage. And for some, there were no marriages. You guys were just lovers. Okay, we have the love card in the reverse. So like this situation is a big deal, and in the feminine's point of view, it's like there's no more love here. I'm not dealing with you. You don't exist to me, and I see you as done. Like, you know, because to have the widow card and no love, okay, that's probably a strong statement. That relationship is totally done. We have the inconstancy card here. So I don't know if the relationship is totally done or they sneak away and deal with each other on occasion. Or it's done because he was not present there consistently. Okay. And we have falseness in the reverse. So something was inconstant, but it was real. Was the relationship real, but it wasn't consistent enough? Okay. And then we have, what is this? Sorrow in the reverse. Someone is glad. If they're glad, I don't know who's glad. Okay, someone is glad. Let me give you the next card. Someone is glad that there was no wedding. Okay. I'm just going to guess that's the feminine because she's like, I'm not dealing with you. You're full of hot air. I'm not dealing with you. Maybe he's not full of hot air. Maybe he just doesn't make sense to her. And so she just wants to just say, I'm kind of done with this because you weren't consistent. And I'm not sure if it said false love, but the partner wasn't consistent. And what was this card? Inconstancy and falseness. No, falseness was real. It was real, but it was not constant. So guys, okay, that's all I have for that part of the reading. I'm going to stop this, and the reason why is because we're almost at an hour, and I have maybe 24 minutes, 25 more minutes worth of cards to do, okay? So this is the first part of Aquarius's 2020 preview, okay? So you guys are going to have to tune in to the part 2, all right? And it may be posted in the morning because this needs to upload first, okay? Okay, so if you need a personal reading, look in my description box. I'd like you to subscribe, like, comment, okay? To show me that you appreciate the work. And I hope everything is well with you, okay? And if this sounds familiar or you're just concerned about your personal situation, look in the description box for a personal reading link, okay? All right, thank you for listening.